Kana syllabic Japanese scripts are part of the Japanese writing system, contrasted with the logographic Chinese characters known in Japan as kanji. There are three Kana scripts: modern cursive hiragana, formerly known as a women's script, modern angular katakana, and the old syllabic use of kanji known as manyogana that was ancestral to both. Hentaigana are historical variants of modern standard hiragana. In modern Japanese, hiragana and katakana have directly corresponding character sets. Katakana with a few additions is also used to write Ainu. Taiwanese kana was used in Taiwanese Hokkien as a gloss for Chinese characters during the Japanese administration of Taiwan. Each kana character corresponds to one sound in the Japanese language. This is always CV, such as ka, ki, etc., or V, such as I, etc., with the sole exception of the C grapheme for nasal coders, usually romanized as N. This structure or had some scholars label the system Moraic instead of syllabic, because it requires the combination of two syllabograms to represent a CVC syllable with coda, a CVV syllable with complex nucleus, or a CCV syllable with complex onset. Due to the limited number of phonemes in Japanese, as well as the relatively rigid syllable structure, the kana system is a very accurate representation of spoken Japanese. Hiragana and katakana. The following table reads, in Goju on order, as A, I, U, E, O, then ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, and so on, and appears on its own at the end. Asterisk mark unused combinations. There are presently no kana for yi, or wu, as corresponding syllables do not occur in Japanese natively. There was an archaic hiragana yi, which is encoded into Unicode at code .1 B001, but it is not widely supported. While there was a katakana wu, its usage ended due to that sound never having existed in Japanese, and it does not yet exist in Unicode. The sound is believed to have existed in pre-classical Japanese, mostly prior to the advent of kana, and can be represented by the manyogana kanji, a hiragana wi, which in later periods came to be pronounced as demonstrated by 17th-century-era European sources, still exists but is considered archaic, as it later merged with the vowel I and was eliminated from official orthography in 1946. In modern orthography, if necessary, may be written as. However, this usage is limited and non-standard. While no longer part of standard Japanese orthography, y and we are sometimes used stylistically, as in for whiskey and a for Japanese kami ebisu, and yebisu, a brand of beer named after ebisu. Hiragana y and we are still used in certain Okinawan writing systems, while katakana y and we are still used in Ainu. Wo is preserved only in a single use, as a grammatical particle, normally written in hiragana. Ct. Who, y, we and wo are often romanized as shi, kai, su, fu, I, e and o instead, according to contemporary pronunciation. Diacritic syllables beginning with the voiced consonants, and are spelled with kana from the corresponding unvoiced columns and the voicing mark dakutin. Syllables beginning with are spelled with kana from the H column and the half-voicing mark handakutin. Z, di, and du are often transcribed into English as g, and zu instead, respectively, according to contemporary pronunciation. Usually are represented by, without making distinctions, but in rare cases each of them are represented by. Note does not have the hiragana form until JISX 0213. Digraphs. Syllables beginning with palatalized consonants are spelled with one of the 7 consonantal kana from the RO followed by small ya, urayo. These digraphs are called yun. There are no digraphs for the semi-vowel Y and W columns. The digraphs are usually transcribed with 3 letters, leaving out the I. CYV, for example, is transcribed as KY, C plus Y asterisk and T plus Y asterisk are often transcribed SH asterisk and CH asterisk instead of Psi asterisk and Ti asterisk, for example, is transcribed as Sha. In earlier Japanese, digraphs could also be formed with Kana. Although obsolete in modern Japanese, the digraphs and are still used in certain Okinawan orthographies. In addition, the kana can be used in Okinawan to form the digraph, which represents the kwe sound. Modern usage. See also, Japanese writing system, hiragana, katakana. The difference in usage between hiragana and katakana is stylistic. Usually, hiragana is the default syllabary, and katakana is used in certain special cases. Hiragana is used to write native Japanese words with no kanji representation, as well as grammatical elements such as particles and inflections. Today, katakana is most commonly used to write words of foreign origin that do not have kanji representations, as well as foreign personal and place names. Katakana is also used to represent onomatopoeia and interjections, emphasis, technical and scientific terms, transcriptions of the Sino-Japanese readings of kanji, and some corporate branding. Kana can be written in small form above and next to lesser-known kanji in order to show pronunciation. This is called Hiragana. Hiragana is used most widely in children's learners' books. Literature for young children who do not yet know kanji may dispense with it altogether and instead use hiragana combined with spaces. History. The first kana was a system called manyogana, a set of kanji used solely for the phonetic values, much as Chinese uses characters for the phonetic values in foreign loanwords today. Manyoshu, a poetry anthology assembled in 759, is written in this early script. Hiragana developed as a distinct script from cursive manyogana, whereas katakana developed from abbreviated parts of regular script manyogana as a glossing system to add readings or explanations to Buddhist sutras. Kana is traditionally said to have been invented by the Buddhist priest Kukai in the 9th century. Kukai certainly brought the Siddham script of India home on his return from China in 806. His interest in the sacred aspects of speech and writing led him to the conclusion that Japanese would be better represented by a phonetic alphabet than by the kanji which had been used up to that point. The modern arrangement of kana reflects that of Siddham, but the traditional Aro arrangement follows a poem which uses each kana once. The present set of kana was codified in 1900, and rules for the usage in 1946. Collation. Kana are the basis for collation in Japanese. They are taken in the order given by the Gorjuon, though Iroha ordering is used for enumeration in some circumstances. Dictionaries differ in the sequence order for long, short vowel distinction, small su and diacritics. As Japanese does not use word spaces, there can be no word-by-word collation. All collation is kana by kana. Kana in Unicode. The hiragana range in Unicode is U+3040. U+309F, and the katakana range is U+30AO. U+30FF. The obsolete and rare characters also have the proper code points. Code points U+3040, U+3097, and U+3098 are unassigned as of Unicode 6.3. Characters U+3095 and U+3096 are hiragana small k and small k, respectively. U+30F5 and U+30F6 of the katakana equivalents. Characters U+3099 and U+309A are combining dakuten and handakuten, which correspond to the spacing characters U+309B and U+309C. U+309D is the hiragana iteration mark used to repeat a previous hiragana. U+309E is the voiced hiragana iteration mark, which stands in for the previous hiragana but with the consonant voiced. U+30FD and U+30FE are the katakana iteration marks. U+309F is a ligature of yori, sometimes used in vertical writing. U+30FF is a ligature of koto, also found in vertical writing. Additionally, there are half-width equivalents to the standard full-width katakana. These are encoded within the half-width and full-width forms block, starting at U+FF65 and ending at U+FF9F. There is also a small katakana phonetic extensions range, which includes some extra characters for writing the Ainu language. Unicode version 6.0 also includes katakana letter archaic E and hiragana letter archaic E in the Kana supplement block.